Hi.
Season.
Thank you.
You said last week that Jurrien should be ready in time for the start of the season. Is he?
Yeah, I think he will be in the squad for tomorrow, yeah.
Well, obviously, great news after such a torrid time. His second start for Arsenal in the Premier League, potentially.
Yes, obviously he had a really tough period, but he used it in a great way, I think, because he still managed to get a lot of things done and improve in many areas that, except of playing, he found really, really helpful, I think. And now he looks ready, and he will have the chance.
Fabio Vieira, the same?
Fabio, yeah, we have to check him now after training how he is, but he looked better today.
And with Tomiyasu and Tierney, a little bit more of a wait.
Yeah, there will be a few weeks behind still.
Any other injuries too?
No, rest is everything is fine.
Erik Ten Hag and other managers I've spoken to this week, because of the summer and all the finals and tournaments that have gone on, are saying that actually probably not ready for the start of the season yet as a team. Are Arsenal ready?
Well, we are really excited. We've been missing the competition for many weeks, too long for us. We are so willing to start, really enthusiastic about it. We had a really, I think, challenging pre-season, but we have managed to adapt, and it was a great challenge, I think, for everybody to adapt different groups, different stages, playing different conditions, and we took it as an opportunity and a good challenge, and the team has looked really sharp and are really at it and desperate to play.
If William Saliba is involved, he'll break a bit of an Arsenal record. He'll become the fastest Arsenal player ever, if you win, to be involved in 50 three-point hauls. So if you win another record, the more records you can get, particularly for players like that, the better.
Yeah, let's earn the right to beat a very good Wolves side, and hopefully we can achieve another one.
Because it took you 77 games to be involved in 50 three-point hauls. So come on, lift your game.
Yeah, that's why they are much better than we used to be.
I've checked my pockets, I've got my keys, I've got my wallet, I've got my phone. There's been reports of you trying to get the best out of your players again with your reservations in the summer. How important is it that you keep the players on their toes at all times?
Well, this is the demands that we put internally, that they have to be much higher than anybody can ever think of putting us in any position that we feel the pressure, and that's the level that we have to hit every single day here. And if we do that, obviously our level will increase and everybody will be benefited to that.
Transfer window question.
Yeah.
Does Mikel like Mikel?
Sorry?
Does Mikel
Yes.
like Mikel?
If I like myself, you mean?
Merino, Mikel Merino.
You know that I cannot talk about any other player.
But that area of the pitch, if you could find somebody that could come and help, because you've got a busy schedule, potentially 60 games or more, a lot of midfielders, but the quality is always something you're looking for if you could find the right player in that area, particularly before the window.
After the season, we had two objectives. The main one and the most important one is make sure that we're still very, very much in love with our players and find ways to improve them, because that's the main thing. And then, okay, if there are certain opportunities in the market to improve the squad, certainly we have to look at that, and that's what we've been trying to do.
And finally from me, in terms of about 7 squad players out already, either loan or permanent, any more before the end of the year?
Well, the market is open, things can happen, and that's always a possibility.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hi.
Hi.
Just going back to last season, obviously it was such fine margins that you lost the title out to Man City. But you had so many great aspects in terms of a club record, 28 Premier League wins, Premier League club record goals scored, and obviously you conceded a Premier League club record low 29 goals. What do you think this time around it would take to win the title, given all of those incredible numbers for Arsenal?
Break more those records again and earn more points for sure, because it won't be enough, and with the level that we are competing with and every season is getting harder, we're going to have to improve again for sure.
Will it take a perfect season to win the title this time around?
Well, perfect, I don't know what perfect is, but it has to be very close to the numbers that we've seen in recent years, that's for sure.
And I think you kind of touched on it before, but how excited are you personally about the challenge of taking this team and competing for the title once again?
That is great. You know, when you're looking ahead and you see everything that we are doing and everybody's so enthusiastic about it, that willingness to improve, to get better, to keep demanding each other, you know, to look for higher ceilings. This is what I think everybody needs. It's motivating, it's inspiring, you know, every day is something new to look at. And we have created that culture, and we want to keep going.
I mean, Gary kind of mentioned how you try and keep your players on their toes. What keeps you motivated and, you know, back here again, ready to go again? What kind of keeps you on your toes?
Just looking around and the people that I work with every single day, that they are ready, you know, that they bring in ideas, that they are so willing to work, that they are ruthless about the vision that we have and what we want to achieve. And then obviously the players, you know, the energy that they come in the building every day, their ability always to put a smile on my face, regardless of what happens, and they make me enjoy my job, and that's the biggest motivation.
And in terms of Wolves tomorrow, obviously they have lost Max Kilman, have lost Pedro Neto, so how do you view the test of Wolves tomorrow?
Yeah, it's really tough. We always have a big challenge to beat them. Gary and the coaching staff, they've done an exceptional work, right? It's a really competitive match. They are really tricky to attack. They are very tricky to contend because they create chances in various ways. And I think we need to be at our best. And if we do that, we will have a good chance to win the game.
After finished so strongly at the back end of last season, how hungry have the players been this summer to get back to competitive action?
Since the last day, I think we had a gathering together with all the club players, and the players were coming to me and said, "We're gonna do it next year. We're gonna be better. We want more." And when you see them doing that, they are the ones driving that ambition. So that's always positive.
Obviously, you've spoken a lot about the importance of the connection between the team and our supporters in the stadium. How important is it for that tomorrow?
Yeah, we need to make another step there, you know, and this season has to be better than last season. And from day one, if we can create that, and we have to give them a lot of reasons to feel that way, and hopefully the team will do that, I'm sure that they're going to respond. It was unbelievable the other day against Lyon already, surroundings of the stadium, in the stadium. So I expect a big one tomorrow again.
Alex, BBC.
Hi, Mikel.
Hi.
In the second 2 years in a row, and everyone expecting you to challenge again for the title, how do you feel yourself ahead of a new title challenge?
Again, very excited. It's like you are trying to climb to the highest mountain, the most difficult lake in the world, and you feel, you know, surrounded by a lot of people that are having the same ambition every single day to achieve it. So we're certainly going to try.
You've strengthened in defence with Ricardo Calafiori, and Jurrien Timber's back fit for this new season, which is great for you. Lots of options. But how important is it for those players as well to keep themselves sharp and have that competitiveness?
Yeah, availability in the backline was a big issue for us. We were really, really short in numbers, and thanks God that we had especially Ben, Willie, and Gavi fully fit almost the whole season. But you cannot replicate that 2 seasons in a row, more demands, more games, and we had to put another player in that backline.
Okay. Luis, do you want one?
Yeah. Hi, Mikel, you all right?
Yes, good, thank you.
How much pressure are you putting on yourself this year to win the title?
For me, it's the enthusiasm to do better, you know, and when the task, certain tasks are already done, the last one is to win it. You know that, so we are focusing in the process of what we need to do to give ourselves the best chance to achieve it, and that's the demands that we put every single day on us.
You say you need to be better than last year to overcome City, but Arsenal in the last 4 years have improved every year on their points tally. No team has ever done it 5 years in a row. So how are you going to improve on what was almost perfection last year?
Well, because for me it's far from perfection, and I think this team has still very much another levels to reach, and they give me the reasons to believe that, because I see them every day, the way they train and the way they play, and there are big rooms still for improvement.
You scored a lot of goals last season, but still, come the end of the season and through the summer, I think the thing we've heard most is, do Arsenal need a striker, an out-and-out 20, 25 goal a season striker? Do they?
We have great strikers already. We have great attacking line. I'm really pleased with them.
And you finally mentioned your back line. As a New England manager, is it an incentive for Ben White to play really well this season to maybe now become an England player?
That's a question for the England manager and for Ben to discuss.
You like to see it? Though?
Sorry?
You like to see it?
If that's what Ben White wants, for sure. So I just want to see him happy.
Okay.
Nick from Haters.
It's sort of a Ben White question, but more about set pieces. You did so well last season. You took lead 13 times in the Premier League from set pieces. But I was reading how the PGMOL are changing the rules for what people can and cannot do at corners and set pieces. Some people are calling it an anti-Arsenal rule, an anti-Ben White rule. Have you changed things for how you approach that this season?
Well, we will try all the time within the rules that the Premier League puts to apply them in the best possible way, and at the same time try to be efficient. That's it.
Okay.
Just going back to Jurrien Tierney. I know you say he's a few weeks behind, and it was looking like he might be moving on. So is that going to be difficult now if his injury is still ruling him out for a while?
He needs to focus now on recovering the best possible way. It's been a tough time for him again with the last injury, and we're here to try to support him and make sure that he comes back fit.
You brought the England players and the Spain players back from the Euros a week earlier than Man City did. Their players came back after the Community Shield, whereas yours were involved in the Emirates Cup game and the game before against Leverkusen. Is that the kind of fine margins that could make a difference? I know every point is so crucial, even these first games in August. I know you've got a very difficult start. Is getting the edge over Man City even more? Was that the motivation behind that?
I think we all have different plans throughout the season when we give days off, the kind of training session that we do. We believe it was the right thing to do. It was something that we share with the players to try to find the right schedule for all of them, and we agreed that in that particular schedule with that one, it was like this. With Willie, it was a bit different to the rest because as well the amount of games that they played. So we're happy.
Jordan, Athletic.
Mikel,
Hi.
some people look at the squad and think Calafiore is maybe the only new addition, but is that sort of missing the development of Ethan and Miles? Have they made that jump from young players we've had throughout the squad to proper players that usually willing to put in a Premier League battle now?
Yes, for sure, and as well, obviously, Jurrien, that we lost Jurrien last year for 11 months, so that's another one. And Miles has played a lot of minutes, Ethan as well, Aiden as well. In pre-season has given us a big platform for them to understand how good they are and the options that we have in the squad right now, and they're certainly going to be training with us.
Have you noticed a change in the way they hold themselves amongst the group and maybe that drive to overtake the senior player in front of them?
What I loved the most, it was their attitude, their personalities, that how much they want it, the way they were competing in training. We throw them in very difficult contexts and they responded, and it was a great test to see where they are, and I think we are in a really good place.
Do you think in general people have become so obsessed with new transfers and new players coming in that we sort of forget that coaches can improve players and players being together for 3-4 years, there's still more that you can get out of them? Do you think football's almost forgot that you can improve with what you've got?
Well, I already said at the beginning that the main focus that we had as a coaching staff, is to improve our players and find margins in everything that we do to give them the best possibility to find a level that probably they haven't even dreamed about, and that's what we have to do. And then if we have to add something because we don't have it in our team or in the academy, then obviously we have to recruit it.
Simon from Standard.
Mikel, you touched on there that you had a sort of gathering. Was that just after the season before everyone went away? Did you just have a sort of meal together? And were you sort of, the reaction you had there, I think when we saw the players on the pitch, obviously quite emotional, did it sort of surprise you that, I don't know how soon after the meal was, that the Sunday they turned quickly to next season?
Yeah, it was the same evening, and everybody was talking about the same thing, and that we're not going to stop here, that we want much more. We know the things that we can do still better, and how the players can still evolve, how we have evolved as a club is huge as well, how we feel playing our stadium, it's another one. So those margins are huge, and we have to really, really, really use them.
It feels so often with this group that when they've had sort of setbacks and they're missing the Champions League, they go on, that they've used pain as sense that this summer, that the sort of pain they felt on that game?
Yeah. Whether it's pain, whether there are experiences, whether there are moments where you have to really as well accept that somebody else has been better. This is the sport, and you want to get to where they are at the moment, and that's as well really inspiring.
Okay, last couple in the live section, 8.
Hi.
Across the summer, wherever you've gone, you've been met with tremendous support. In terms of the support for next season, how important is that to you, and what would be your message to the fans?
Yeah, it was great. We went to the US and again, full stadiums, huge support. So that tells you, what these players have been able to transmit to our supporters. And again, when we had the last 2 games at home against Bayern and Lyon, it was amazing. So I expect, again, another level again. And I think we can reach it. And if we do, that's going to be a huge boost for the team.
Aaron?
Hi, Mikel. You reflected on a challenging pre-season. You had Bayer Leverkusen, the champions of Germany, obviously Lyon are a good side. Does that give you confidence? It's no secret, it's a tough few games, Man City, Spurs. Does it give you confidence for the big games coming ahead?
Yeah, we now just have to go game by game. Obviously, we're not going to compete in really for points in the most difficult league, and we have to prove that we are better than last year, and we have to start tomorrow.